Our first honor goes to a duo who worked together for the betterment of community journalism. Dwight Bitikofer was one of the founders of the Webster Times in 1978, beginning a company that would soon publish 3 weekly community newspapers. As the group's publisher, Bitikofer did everything from proofreading to newspaper distribution, including writing a regular publisher's column. Those articles won awards from the Missouri Press Association and the Independent Free Papers of America.
My name is Dwight Bitikofer, and I am honored to be a new inductee into the St. Louis Media Hall of Fame. In the spring of 1978, I was business manager of a student newspaper, The Journal, at Webster College, now Webster University. A colleague and friend, J.B. Lester, suggested we start a community newspaper. We were joined by an additional older student colleague, Maureen Ziegel. We borrowed just enough funds from family members to pay for printing and distribution of a first issue. In July of 1978, we published our first newspaper, then called the Webster Times. We had to collect for all of the advertising from the first issue before we could publish a second issue the following month. That fall, Don Corrigan came to teach journalism at Webster College. I happened to encounter Don at Belcher Typewriter Store on Lockwood Avenue, down the street from the office. Don was there buying a new Smith Corona portable typewriter. Remember those? Don volunteered to write for the fledgling newspaper. In 1979, the newspaper became Webster Kirkwood Times and began to publish every 2 weeks. The company made its first major purchase that year, a Verityper phototypesetter that was priced about $20,000, an astronomical sum at that time for us. In 1984, the paper became weekly. In 1986, we started a second newspaper, then called the Gravois-Watson Times. Sometime in the mid-'80s, those odd little Macintosh computers made their way into our office and replaced the clacking of typewriter keys. In 1989, the young company purchased the old South County News, and the second newspaper was renamed South County News Times, later just South County Times. Over the years, the company grew to support about 25 employees and a similar number of stringers and delivery contractors. The Webster Kirkwood Times reached 40,000 weekly distribution. South County Times provided about an additional 35,000 weekly newspapers. In the early 1990s, Don Corrigan and I became the sole owners of Webster Kirkwood Times Incorporated. In 2011, the company purchased the West End Word newspaper, which was published every 2 weeks. None of this would have been possible without the support of companies and other entities that believed enough in community newspapers to invest their messaging dollars with us. None of this would have been possible without the creativity and diligent work of over 100 employees over the years and scores of contractors who have worked and provided services for the Times newspapers in the past 42 years. None of this would have been possible without the loyal readership of the communities we have been privileged to serve. The company is currently in transition. Since April of this year, publication has been online only. I am planning to retire. A new group of local owners drawn from company employees will be taking the reins. They plan to regenerate the Webster Kirkwood Times in print and possibly expand to other publications. I am grateful and humbled to be recognized by the St. Louis Media Hall of Fame, and I hope the community contributions of the past 4 decades remain a worthy legacy. Thank you.